Let's see. How about now? Can you hear me now? Is that better? I think I might have seen what the problem is. So let me know in your comments if you can hear me now. I think I saw what the problem is there. So let me know if you can, whenever you can. And if not, I'll have to stop it and come back. So I'm going to keep on going. There we go. Okay. Sorry about that. It's a very difficult technical problem, and that is somebody had clicked the mute on the microphone, mute button. Oh, don't get me going. Okay, so anyway, here's what we have for you here on this Sunday night as we prepare for Monday. And thank you for letting me know that you couldn't hear me. And I was like, oh no, but it was a pretty easy fix there. All right, bundle up, because tomorrow morning, I don't think we're going to be in record territory, but it's going to be another very, very cold morning. That is, we're looking at overnight lows that are going to be in the lower single digits. And so you definitely want to bundle up. Good morning to you, Kathy, or good evening to you, Kathy. Thanks very much for being here. Cheryl, thanks. And Linda, I'm glad for that report. Thanks to all of you for letting me know when you can't hear me and now that you can. Well, Monday, we're going to be looking at some sunshine. Monday's a bit of a break. We had the snow Sunday morning, early this morning. Now we have a bit of a break. It's going to be really cold. And then we'll see some sunshine on Monday. So that's the good news. The bad news is it is going to be very cold all day Monday, despite the sunshine. And we have an active weather week because it looks like 2, maybe 3 storms are going to be passing over the Great Lakes here as we work our way through the week. Certainly one moving in Tuesday morning, and then another stronger one that's going to be arriving Wednesday as those storms go passing by. So let's get right to it. Our future temperatures for tomorrow morning. This is what we're looking at for tomorrow morning. Let me squeeze this back so you can get a better look at it there. There you go. And I lost my color table there. Don't know why, but maybe it's just too cold. Maybe the maps don't even want to cooperate. Hello to you, Jesse in the Berg. Shannon, hello to you. I did have a great day. Hope you enjoy your night as well. Karen, hello to you. And Linda from Hamilton. It'll be nice to see the sunshine, but boy, is it going to be cold. But look at these overnight lows. This is tomorrow morning, what you're looking at 7 o'clock, and really substantially 8 o'clock even. We really don't see those temperatures start to respond, at least as far as the model is concerned, until we get to the latter part of, or at least let's say 8:39, 10 o'clock in the morning. And so we're looking at single-digit readings for much of the area, and even where we don't have them showing up on our model here, Benton Harbor, Muskegon, Ludington, it's close enough. And even some of these temperatures, 5 in Kalamazoo, 5 in Battle Creek, 6 in GR, that might be actually a little too warm. I think we could see some temperatures going down to around 2 or 3 degrees. You see that for Big Rapids looking at about that. So you get the idea. It is going to be awfully cold tomorrow morning at the bus stop. Right now, we have single digits and teens. It's 9 in Hastings and Allegan, and in South Haven, 6 right now in Marshall. There's not much wind to speak of, but there's enough of a breeze. And when it gets this cold, folks, it doesn't take much more than a gentle breeze to push those wind chills down below 0. So that's why I say tomorrow morning, when you're thinking about being outside, when you're thinking about the bus stop, when you're thinking about even getting outside to get in your car, remember that we will likely have sub-zero wind chills tomorrow morning in the neighborhood of -5, maybe -10 degrees. It's not going to be really so much because of the wind. It's going to be because those air temperatures are going to be so cold. You take a 5 to 7 mile per hour wind with a 3-degree temperature, and you will have a wind chill of a -5, -6 degrees. So that's what we're looking at tomorrow. Now, our high temperatures, as we look to the week here, look to the week ahead, notice our average high, typical high temperature for the middle of, or the end of the first week of December, beginning of the second week, is in the upper 30s. But we're only going to be in the low 20s tomorrow for a high temperature, and that's with some sunshine. So it's really going to be cold. Now, the systems that are going to be pushing through, remember I told you there are a couple of storms that are going to be moving right on through. These little clippers that are going to be moving through. A few things that come with them. One, rapid temperature changes. You see those temperatures bumping up into the mid to upper 30s Tuesday, Wednesday. We're even talking about some melting. But then it's going to get colder behind that second one coming in here for Thursday and Friday, and it looks like an Arctic chill is on the way for the weekend. That's right. We're talking about another burst of really cold air, really cold for this time of the season, even cold for January, but certainly for this time of the year. But another thing that accompanies these clippers as they zip right on through is a lot of wind. And so I do think tomorrow, not so much, but I do think Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, it will be a bit breezy, let's say. I wouldn't be surprised to have some gusts up around 30 miles per hour. We're not talking about 50, 60, but I do think by middle of the week, we're going to be getting acquainted with some stronger wind. Laura, I agree with you. Bundle up for sure. I did not see that, Linda. I did not. I'll have to look for that, though. I did not see that. Sick of the cold and the snow. Well, I got to tell you, there's not really much different going on in our weather here for the next several days. You see the high temperatures there. Tuesday, Wednesday will be our warm-up. Let me show you how it looks on the map. I'm going to take you hour by hour from Tuesday midnight, so early Tuesday morning, to Wednesday evening. And you'll see not one, but two of these storms. Here comes the first one, coming down out of northern Wisconsin, moving over Lake Michigan here by Tuesday morning, 7 o'clock. There we go. Again, this is not tomorrow. This is Tuesday. Tomorrow is our quiet day, our one quiet day, I think, that we're going to have for the week. So then we move from Tuesday morning, 7 o'clock, stop the clock here at noon. Now that fast-moving system is already sort of bolting out of here. But here comes the next one. You see it now moving down Tuesday afternoon. The second one, like I said, this is a line of storms, a line of disturbances coming down here. The second one's already moving into Minnesota and Wisconsin by 5 o'clock Tuesday afternoon. So then by Wednesday morning, it's already sweeping through. So it's going to be bringing us a messy mix of rain and snow. Wednesday, I think, is going to be the most challenging day that we have. It's going to start with a mix of rain and snow, turn mainly to rain, I think, and then turn back into snow later in the day on Wednesday as we see temperatures getting colder, and it's going to be windy during the day on Wednesday as well. That colder air starting to slide in there. As you can see by Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday evening, you can even see those lake effect snow bands starting to set up with the colder air in. Jones is in the house. Tina, thanks for being here. Deb, hoping for no snow tomorrow. I think you're going to be good to go. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Can't make that promise. Gwen, good evening to you. Darla, birthday going to be cold. Yikes, for sure. For sure. Hey, Ben, lots of clippers ahead. You're right. That's what, to me, makes it sort of a winter pattern, right? Here come the clippers. And by the way, if you're wondering about that, typically called Alberta clippers because they typically form in the province of Alberta, and then they zip across either the Canadian border or the border with the U.S. and Canada, or typically will dip to the south and clip us. Clippers, by the way, from the fast-moving ships of the 18th century, you know, those big, tall sailing ships were called clippers. And so these Alberta clippers are storms that form in the province of Alberta and then move fast over typically the Great Lakes. And that's what Ben is referring to there. We've got at least a couple of them coming up this week. And like I said, they're characterized by rapid up and down temperatures, bursts of heavy precipitation sometimes, and then also a lot of wind. That's why I say the middle of this week is going to be quite breezy. Orlo, hello to you. Marlene, hello. David, do you think next week can bring any robust lake effect? Next week, I think so, because we are going to be getting really cold air coming in once again over the weekend and early next week. Jody, loving the cold weather. You like this then, that's for sure. Sue, hello to you. Carol in Battle Creek, thanks for being here. Wednesday, Jesse, it might not be a good day for work for you. It might not be a good day at the farm because it's going to be windy, it's going to be wet, and chilly too. Chilly as well. Shannon, when will it warm up and stay in the 30s? Not for the near future. Not staying in the 30s anyway. Cheryl, hello. Ron, there you go. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. What type of mid-latitude cyclone do you think moves? Oh, wow. That's a good question here. I would say, well, to me, you know, this time of year in particular, I think it's those cyclones that say come up out of the southwest and pick up a lot of Gulf moisture. I don't know if you're talking about ones by name, but pick up a lot of Gulf moisture, move up into the Great Lakes where they smack into a huge area of high pressure, for example, that's bringing down a lot of cold air from the north or northeast and give us tremendous snowfalls. That to me is the most impressive. I don't know. You tell me what you think about there. Tina, hello to you in Brooklyn. Carolyn, school being open. Well, school's going to be open tomorrow for sure. And I don't know if this is necessarily a week where they're going to be closed because I think this is going to be a lot of rain mixed in with the snow there on Wednesday, but we'll have to wait and see how that pans out here. I don't see the Tuesday clipper that's coming through here. Tuesday morning, I don't think it's going to be laying down enough snow really to close schools. It could create some slippery roads out there. And Wednesday, I think, is going to have enough rain mixed in. I don't foresee that being a problem for school closings. But stick with us on that. Melinda, how bad for Battle Creek? Well, bad is a relative term. If you're talking about cold, it's going to be really cold. If you're talking about precip, again, I think Wednesday is the biggest precip maker, if you will, or precipitator. but it's going to be, I think there's going to be a lot of rain mix in there because the temperatures are going to be warming up before this cool down that you see Wednesday night when our temperatures will be getting much colder. Let me show you how it looks on the 7-day forecast. Like I said earlier, Monday's our quiet day. Monday's our quiet day. Darcy, thanks for the thanks. Thanks for the thanks. Let's see, Katie, not looking forward to rain and snow, probably ice. There could be some freezing on the roads there on Thursday. For sure, could be some problem driving because of that. Monday's our quiet day tomorrow, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you see that we have pretty good chances for some snow. This is not all day necessarily. Wednesday, it's an all day mix of rain and snow with highs in the mid-30s, though. I think that we're going to see our fair share of rain. Tuesday, it's going to be a quick hitter in the morning with some light snow, and then we have another surge of cold air coming in here for Friday that's going to linger into Saturday and Sunday. And you see Sunday, look at that. A high only in the teens. And winter is definitely off to a fast start. That's for sure. Winter is definitely off to a fast start with the heavy snow or the higher snowfall totals around all of the area. More snow than what we typically see, let's say, for the first, if you want to say mid-November to, let's say, mid-December, a lot more than we would typically see. Dawn, good evening to you. Jeanette, I am not done teaching yet. I have one more week to go? Yeah, one more week to go. And then I'll get a break, and then I'll pick back up in the middle of January. But no, thanks for asking about that. Loretta, good evening to you in Hastings. I am doing well. Thank you for asking. I appreciate that. And hello to the seat of Berry County. All right, everybody, you see the 7-day there. So I'm going to be skating on out of here. I'm going to be live in 27 minutes on ARC, West Michigan, live in an hour 27 on the Mothership News Channel 3. There was no NFL doubleheader on CBS tonight, so that means that there's no what time is News Channel 3 going to be coming on? It will be on at 11 o'clock tonight, so we'll be looking for you there. Jan Bill, thank you so much. Stacy driving back from Fort Myers to Three Rivers Sunday and next to Monday. As for now, I would say no, but stay in touch. You got a week. And I'd rather not go that far out anyway and try to give you some kind of guidance on travel that way because you need to stay in touch. So if you're talking about next Sunday, Monday, hit me up in the middle of the week. Hit me up every day if you want for this coming week on my Facebook Live, YouTube Lives at 9 o'clock, and I'll try to give you some good guidance there. It's going to be cold, though, driving back from Fort Myers. That's going to be a shock for sure. It's going to be a shock. Bernice, thank you very much. Whoa, David, going back for the first time since Thanksgiving. It is going to be brutal. You would think that Mother Nature would give you a bit of a break. Come on, give me a break, right? No. Newbie, I hope you have a good night as well in Battle Creek. And thanks, Ron. I appreciate it. I appreciate that very much. All right, everybody, have a great night tonight. Let's hit it hard. Get some good rest so that tomorrow we can hit it hard and start off the week on a good note. Again, tomorrow is going to be our break. It's going to be cold as can be. Boy, it's going to be cold tomorrow. I bet at least one time you're going to be stepping outside and saying that to yourself. Boy, it's cold. But we'll see some sun. But no such luck with the sun from Tuesday to Friday. Not a lot of it anyway, if any at all. But it will be warming up a little bit for Tuesday and also Wednesday, then getting colder at the end of the week. All right, everybody. Hey, I'll see you at 10 or 11. If I don't forget, I'm on Facebook, WWMT's Keith Thompson. Also on YouTube, which is where we are right now, YouTube and on Facebook. YouTube, it's at Weatherman Keith, at the @ symbol, Weatherman Keith, all lowercase, all one word. Also Threads, X, and Instagram. You can find me on those. Jeff Porter is going to be here dark and early tomorrow morning. But he'll bring his bright, cheery smile in here tomorrow morning from 4:30 to 9 in the morning. He's got you again at noon. I'm back tomorrow night at 5:36, and then I'll see you tomorrow night at 9 o'clock right here on Facebook Live. Jerry, always good to see you. Thank you so much. And Jeanette, thank you very much. That's cool. 11. Oh, that's cool. David, make sure they're bundled up. That's for sure, especially tomorrow. Candace, thank you for that. I appreciate it. And Fern from Lawrence, thank you so much. That means a lot to me. It really does, and I appreciate it. Marissa, Wednesday morning looking with the wind and rain, I think there's going to be a messy mix of some wet snow coming down there, Marissa, and it is going to be a bit breezy. So I don't, depending on the timing, there still could be some icy spots out there, but I think our temps are pretty rapidly going to be bumping up into the above freezing Wednesday morning into Wednesday early afternoon. So that's a bit of a timing issue there. So stay tuned, and we'll try to pin that down a little bit better for you for that Wednesday morning commute. All right, everybody, thanks so much for being here. I appreciate you. And if I don't catch you tonight on the tube, I'll catch up with you again tomorrow. Good night, everybody.